Yeah, so in the component, so when we say return false, what we are doing is in the should component update, you decide if a state or prop changes, should it change the should it re-render. So when we say return false, the component will not update. Okay, re-render. Only the state and props will change. So let's take a look here. So now we have seen that it is Sunday. So now if I click this, the value is changing here. 55 has become 56. And one more thing is we have to change the state over here. So let's re-render the whole thing. So now if you see here, this Tuesday is supposed to have changed, right? So now when we say don't re-render it, it doesn't render the DOM. It just only in the within the values it will render. So this is the difference. So the Tuesday has stopped changing. So let's take a look here. So ideally what you do is you don't change the states in the component did update. Basically you do some validation for the previous pops and previous state values which come in. Okay, now let us comment this line out. So this also didn't execute because we have given return false. So when we say return true, then this will execute, but it will give us an error over here because it doesn't. It recognizes that you cannot change it multiple times. So now see what's happening. It goes here in a loop, re-renders it multiple times. So that is why Salesforce stops it when it reaches a loop. So that is why you should not write set state within component did update. But basically, component did update is used for doing any cleanup tasks or if you want to make any changes, access any values, you can do that. So now let's stop the statement there. Now let's take a look here. This Tuesday, now it will change to Wednesday. Sorry, the Sunday changed to Wednesday because this is what I'm showing here. So let me re-render it. What I'm trying to tell you is look here. We have Sunday. Sunday was state.subject, which is getting rendered. State.subject is getting rendered. So now this subject we are changing over here in the handler. We are changing it to Wednesday. Earlier, when we say return false in should component update, this change was not getting visible there. But now we'll be able to see the change. See, now it's become Wednesday. Earlier, now if you say return false to this, see if you see the Sunday remains Sunday in the UI. But if you check it in the state, it would have changed. So let us do that. Now we can take this console.log. We'll check whether the subject has changed to Wednesday. So now if it is Sundays, we have set false. So internally the Sunday has in the UI it is showing as Sunday because this is not re-rendering. But in the console we are getting Wednesday. Why is it? I hope you all understood that. The short component update we have set return false. But whenever the button is getting clicked, the state is changing. So the React.js tries to re-render the component, but we say don't re-render it. But we are consoling the value. So this way you can manage the state, manage the re-rendering of your components, which prevents unnecessary re-renders. Another thing is component did update. We haven't used this, so let us see this. So when we return true, only then will this method start working. So now it's showing us our Sunday and Wednesday. This is the second line. So if you see here, if you click here, now it's changing and it's showing the values also here. Component did update, so every time it changes, it shows us the value here. Similarly, we have the other methods. Component will update, and we have some other component will unmount. When the component gets unmounted, this happens in the index.js. Let us see the component did update. So as you see here, the component will update. It keep fire whenever that state changes. It will not fire when we do entry here, but only when we do make a state or a prop change will fire. So you can use these methods as per the requirement, but basically remember that then the counter will not get incremented. Initially what has happened is during will mount and did mount events, we initialize the values, it runs once, and then later on, depending on your should component bit update, any state or prop, these will start firing. Component did update, component will update. Okay. So these are the broad lifecycle events that you will be using 95% of the times. So let's revisit it once again. So component did mount will run initially. Component will receive props as if you have any props passed, and should component update will decide if you want to re-render the component. If you return false, it will not re-render it. It will only make the state and props changes. Please remember that these components will render only if there is a change to state or prop. So again, this is the same way. Will update, did update. So now for this component will unmount, I have shared an offline example in one of the shared the code for you. Okay. But these are the most important lifecycle events that you will be using for your React.js development.